What's up? So it is Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday. Plasma cable's going because this is what I have done so far today. Got the upper link mounts tacked in place. They're already made out of quarter. Did some 3/16 like scrap ones. Got my angles right, my heights right, made sure it all worked. Cut out a quarter, tacked in place. It's all good. Now we're working on the frame side. It's some scrap 3/16 again. So we'll test fit this before we start cutting 1/4 inch. But I've got my marks right there, and you can't see it, but in there, right there is all 3 axes, or axes, axi, however you say it, for the center of the heim. There you go, perfect. Boom, 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 got a piece made up. Right here is our radiator pass-through. I'll say pass-through, it is where the coolant's gonna come. So, the mount that just got done cutting, look at that thing. Just a little bit of dross on the edge. Not bad at all, we will take that. It should fit up. As you can see what I'm going for there, allow my coolant to make a quick 90 or a 45 up and out of there. So I can't put this on while holding the camera. So give me a second and I will come back to you. All right, and we're back. So it's in there, it's all tacked up, it all works. Gotta edit the file. It's gotta come up, come on, 0.2 there and 0.2 there of an inch. That's a quick, easy edit. So as you can see, it'll come out, make its turn, come up and over. The exhaust will be coming down. We'll have an aluminum heat shield here, up, over, out, and then into our radiator. So, I'm happy with that. And then I'll show you guys the angles here. So what we want is that be pointing directly at that link mount. So, hard to do without it trying to focus, but bam, and bam. Yay. That side should be the same. So let's cut it out a 1/4 now and then get those tacked in. Now that's going. All right, and like that, those are tacked in place. See, I edited the file, so it fits right. So 1/4 inch on both sides, and we have gone back to our PVC test pipe, so we don't cut up expensive DOM. Jill thinks that's funny that I use PVC pipe.
I don't think it's funny, I think
But
it's smart.
$5 for a 15-foot stick. Can't go wrong with it. So, can try our flex test and make sure everything is good to go. After getting the links in place, I'm not worried about that bar anymore because there is a good gap there. So that is perfect for our tank. The only section I'm halfway worried about is right here. So, let's see. Oh, and these tops, that's why it's sitting a 1/4 inch lower, is this whole top will get covered with a 1/4 inch plate to triangulate it all. So we'll make something that comes over here and then ties way in over here, and it'll come over there, and then over top it'll have a hole that kind of grabs over here, so I have an arm that comes off. But that's after the flex test. That's full stuff. it came up a foot. So it started 24, now it's there. Clear the frame, plenty of room to spare, obviously not hitting there, and clears there. All right, it's Tuesday morning, plasma cutter's going. Got some stuff cutting out the gussets for the rear upper link mounts there, as well as the tops for up here. Once it gets done cutting out, fit it up, make sure it fits right, take these links and times off, and start welding everything in. Got a little bit more to cut out. We'll get back to you when it's done. All right, all the pieces are out. Got the lower pieces bent up. All the dross knocked off the edges. Start tacking everything in place so we can tear it down and fully weld it. All right, about an hour later roughly, everything's tacked in place and fully welded in that order. Here's what we got. That ain't going anywhere. Fully welded, including the weld washers. Even got the frame side done, fully welded in there. And boom. Next on my agenda today is I gotta use that thing to move our rocks. If you guys ever been here, we usually have trucks pulled out up on the rocks on top of them. I need to move those and make a rock garden that runs parallel to our moguls, I guess you could call it, over here. Because they are doing construction on our road and turning it from a 2-lane with a center turn lane to a 4-lane with a center turning lane. So that's gonna be it for the rest of the day for me as far as working on this thing, unless I get ahead, which I'm pretty sure that thing's just gonna take me the rest of the day to do, move all those rocks. Because there's a couple that weigh probably as much as a car. They're honestly about half the size of that thing. I know it's not gonna pick them up, so it might be a roll it, 3 foot at a time with a bucket for the 100 feet I have to go for, I think 3 or 4 of them. So yeah, if I get working on this thing again, I'll hop back on here and you guys will see more video. If not, like, subscribe, share. See you guys next time. Bye. All right, I'm back real quick. So got the off-road course, or got the rocks moved and new off-road course made. Let me show you what we have. Got a new thing of rocks right here, right underneath the sign, because where they're doing construction, it's coming up right to the other side of the sign, so that and that had to go away. So now we have a spot to pull trucks up this way. I've already drove the mini truck over it every possible way. And then moved the other rock pile, the one that was over towards that side, over here and laid it out. So now we have a good little rock garden for someone to drive up. So like driver side tire, passenger side tire. There you go. Let me stand back so you can see it a little better. It's about a vehicle and a half in length, so we actually have a little rock garden for people to drive over now. Use the skid steer and made the moguls a little better. Also used the skid steer and dug out the water trap a little more. I say water trap because that's what it is. And then the exciting thing is we've always had this little obstacle and then the hill climb here. What I've done is, since they have been doing surveys for all of the construction, we found out our property comes right along there. We thought it ended here and the bottom of the hill wasn't ours. No, it's actually pretty much that telephone pole right there. So where it's mowed is all ours. And if we come back in here, use the skid steer, and we have cleared out trails on our land. There's an orange flag. I can see it's right there. So I use the skid steer to come back through here because we own about 50 more feet deep into the property. What I've done, let me zoom out just a little bit, is we have made trails behind the shop. So we got one entrance like I just did, and then we have 3 different hill climbs. Little short guy right here, pretty slick, but if you continue down, we have 2 more. They get progressively harder as you go. As with most things, the videos doesn't do it justice. Another hill climb right here. It's kind of has 2 different humps as you go up, one right here and then another little tabletop right there. And then the last one, so you can see the chain link fence right here. We own all the way to the back of it. I've probably walked 100 foot into the woods now. We own all the way to the back of it. Don't mind this. This is us marking the trail, what we needed. So we back up. Made a good little dip right here to get you kind of set up for an off-camber turn in to the hill. This whole area right here is low with the mound right here. And then we've got made a water bar right here, so any water that comes down the hill hits there and rinses off down in there. And then this is the good one, as you can tell just from the video. It's probably 40-foot long hill that rises probably 20 feet, so it's pretty good. As it's coming up, it's mogulled out. Even just walking up, it's pretty decent. Stump in the middle, it's not a diff catcher, we've already tested it. Right here, I've got another water bar I cut in right there. About to slip, and then it comes up and you're good to go. It's perfect trail because if you do need to winch this hill coming out of it, you have a big tree right here and you have a massive one over there, and then you have one here. You also pull a truck up here and winch someone out if they don't have a winch. But it comes to the top of the property. And then we can look down the other 2 trails that we have. Quinn's already ran his Tacoma through it. I ran the mini truck through it, obviously the skid steer. And then we have our bottomless pit and downhill mogul section. And our tabletop jumps here, and then of course leads into the rest of the course. All right, and the reason for kind of knocking this all out was, one, the construction that's going to go on in front of our shop where they're widening the road. We had to move the rocks because they're moving electrical and water lines. But the other reason is it's about the turn of Christmas time, and we're doing a Toys for Tots type thing. We've requested to get approved by Toys for Tots, but we haven't heard anything back. Of course, we only did it today, but we're gonna do something like that. So even if we don't get approved, come donate a brand new toy in a package, and you can run the off-road course and our small little woods course. And yeah, so it's nothing spectacular. I mean, if you have a decent crawler or something like that, then the rock pile right there and right there behind the white truck would be pretty good. My mini truck walked up all sides of it, but my 4Runner I wouldn't take down the back side of that rock pile, and probably gonna drive it tomorrow and take it through the rock garden and see how that does, and then we'll take it through the woods too. But so kind of a little bit for everybody. If it has rained in the past 3 days, I guarantee we'll get stuck in something of the Carolina clay here, but we've got winches. We'll help you out, obviously. But yeah, promo code for the swag is still on the website. Use the code ULTRA4, ULTRA, the number 4. And that, I believe, gets you like 20-25% off. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's a lot. But thanks, guys. Hey, like, subscribe, and share. Hope you guys are liking the build. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to make links, the upper link mount, or upper links, and get those on. And we'll do another final test flex before it is time to try getting it set on the ground. We'll see. See you guys.